Haynes here, head coach of the Junior Swarm. I'm with Nolan and Hunter, and we're going to go over how to take a hit near the boards. Boarding is illegal in our league, but in case there is incidental contact around the boards, we're just going to go show the proper way how to take a hit on the boards. So what we're going to do is have Nolan out here. He's going to be on the opposing team. Hunter is on offense, and there's a loose ball in the corner. He wants to glance over his shoulder to see if there's anyone behind him. If he noticed that someone's behind him and Nolan's trailing him into the corner, he really wants to angle himself. He never wants to go in with his back towards the boards, because that's when he can get hit from behind, okay? He wants to angle himself so his shoulder's here. In case Nolan does come in and make contact, he's just gonna go shoulder to the boards and not hit his head into the boards. So the proper technique, again, we'll go through it. You guys wanna back up a little bit, go over the whole thing. First step is he's gonna glance over his shoulder. He sees someone there, so now he's gonna angle himself, pick up that loose ball, secure himself, and he takes a safe hit against the boards. So the key thing is, and Nolan as the defender, if he sees that Hunter is coming in with his back towards his boards, what is Nolan gonna do? He's gonna hold up and not hit from behind. So we wanna keep our players safe, and if there is incidental contact on the boards, we want our players to know how to absorb that hit.
In the BLA, we have got a number of points of emphasis that are designed for safety purposes. And so you'll see that Nolan's here. And a couple of things you want to keep in mind that we're looking at is that we're going to make sure that penalties are going to be called against. So if Hunter came in here, Hunter is not allowed to make any checks, we talked about before, from behind. He's not allowed to make any checks high. When I say that these are points of emphasis, checks from behind, checks to the head, or checks into the boards from the behind, are all going to result in 5-minute penalties to these guys. So let's take a look at as an example what it would be okay to do along the boards. Nolan is here and he's got the ball and he's moving, and Hunter sees him. He can what's called roll him along the boards. That's perfectly fine. If the intent is just to sort of keep him from the center, it's okay. But let's assume that right now Nolan has turned his back out and Hunter comes in to see this contact. He cannot do anything here. If he chooses to make that contact, it's going to be a 5-minute penalty. That's important for him to know. Now the same is really critical if we're further away from the boards. Now this is an important spot, so that if he was contacted, and I'm just going to ask you to fall down for a second, you'll notice if you fall, that's the contact that will occur. So in this zone approximately here, if Hunter sees his back turned to the player and makes contact, it's going to result in a 5-minute penalty. So cross-checking him here with the ball is perfectly fine there. Nolan turns, no contact, because that's where he's going into. It may end up being that Nolan's not going to get, or Hunter's not going to get to play the rest of the game.